Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to continue with our 2021 New York Mets versus the 1968 St. Louis Cardinals. Game 2, best of 7. Mets took Game 1 in a thriller, an epic pitching duel. They won it in extra innings on a home run by the backup catcher. Let's just show you Thomas Nido. Unbelievable off the Cardinals bullpen. 6-1 win, I do believe, if I remember correctly. Well, we're on to Game 2 in this series. Again, the 2021 New York Mets, led by Jacob deGrom. He had a no decision in Game 1. Clash with the 68 Cardinals and Bob Gibson. Bob Gibson also had a no decision in Game 1, but he was yanked pretty early for a pinch hitter, though that did tie the game. Gibson still annoyed with his manager. It is a clash of baseball cultures. We will try and lead the Mets past the 1968 National League champs, St. Louis Cardinals. So let's play ball. Sports Time Machine, our good friend Mr. Utah Mike, has joined us. Check out that wonderful YouTube channel. Let's make sure that I am managing our beloved New York Mets. And I am. Excellent. Here is the Mets starting lineup. Center fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Batting second, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Pete Alonso at first base. Michael Conforto, the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth at second base, Javier Baez. In left field, Dominic Smith. Doing the catching and batting seventh, James McCann. Jeff McNeil's at third base. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, Marcus Stroman. On the mound for the 68 Cardinals, Nelson Briles, 19-11, 2.81 ERA. Behind the plate, Tim McCarver. Orlando Cepeda at first, Javier at second, Dahl Maxville at short. Mike Shannon mans the third base line. Lou Brock in left, Kurt Flood in center, Roger Maris in right. So here's Brandon Nimmo to lead things off against Briles. Briles a right-handed thrower, tough on righties. Nimmo a lefty. Here's the pitch. Game 2 on its way from St. Louis. Brandon Nimmo lines out to a leaping Julian Javier. Javier has been quite good at second. He did make an error in Game 1. One out for the Mets shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Another left-handed stick, switch hitter. McCarver sets the target. The pitch from Nelson Briles to Lindor. And another line shot towards second. This time Javier a step and a dive. Two magnificent plays by Julian Javier. Mets have struck the ball well, but nothing to show for it except for 2 outs. Base is empty now for the power-hitting Pete Alonso. First baseman for the Mets digs into the right-hander's batter's box. Briles looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Alonso looking to take him out of the yard. McCarver goes through the signs. Briles nods his head. He rocks and deals to Pete Alonso. Alonso sends that ball into center field. Kurt Flood on the move, reaching out. Will he make the catch? Yes, he does. And the side is retired. 1-2-3. Go the Mets, though they hit the ball hard. Nothing to show for it. Bottom of the first, let's give you the Cardinals lineup. Leading off in left field, Lou Brock. Kurt Flood is in center. Roger Maris bats third, in right. Cleanup hitter, the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, at first. McCarver does the catching. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Mike Shannon. Julian Javier at second. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Dahl Maxville. Nelson Briles, the pitcher, will bat ninth. On the mound for the New York Mets, trying to take the first two games here in St. Louis, Marcus Stroman, 10-13, 3.02 ERA in 33 starts. McCann behind the plate, Alonso, Baez on the right side, Alonso at first, Baez at second. On the left side, Lindor and McNeil. Lindor the shortstop, McNeil the third baseman. Smith in left, Nemo in center, Conforto in right. Lou Brock steps to the plate. The pitch to Lou Brock, left-handed batter. And Brock sends it up the middle past the dive of Baez. That's a leadoff single. Brock very dangerous. He's got the green light most likely. Here's Curt Flood. Do we want to play the corners in? No, I don't want the infield in. Oh, we're playing advanced. That's why. That's why. All right. I'm not playing super advanced, so it only gives us... Let's just check that out. Options. Game. Yeah. I'm just playing the advanced. Okay. Didn't know that. Here we go. Infield normal. The pitch to Curt Flood. And Brock steals second quite easily. Stroman could not hold him on. So Brock's at second. No outs. Stroman peeks over his shoulder. Pitch inbound to Curt Flood. Flood swinging the stick. Fly ball right field. Conforto going back. He'll make the catch. Will Brock tag? No. Conforto with a good strong throw back in. Brock holds at second. Joining us at the ballpark, John Wise. He says, "Go Cardinals." Hope all is well, John. That'll bring up Roger Maris. Stroman deals to Maris. Maris swings. Lines out right to Baez. Diving back to second is Lou Brock. Cardinals fans want a hit and the lead here in the bottom of the first, and it'll be up to the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. Let's see what Cepeda can do. Stroman rubs up the baseball, back up on the bump, takes a deep breath. McCann sets the target. The pitch to the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. Brock will be off on contact. Ball hit to the left side. Lindor backhands, pivots, throws to Alonso at first. The side is retired. Brock stranded in scoring position. We go to the top of the second. No score here in St. Louis. Due up for the Mets, Conforto, Baez, and Smith to face Nelson Briles. Conforto, left-handed stick, 14 homers in 2021. McCarver sets up inside. Briles deals the pitch. Conforto pulls it right to Julian Javier at second. Another line out. The Mets have really tagged the ball. The first four batters have struck the ball well with nothing to show for it. One out. Right-hand batting second baseman Javier Baez steps to the plate. 31 bippity-boppity booms in 2021. Briles, you can't say he's got good stuff right now. The ball is being hit hard, but they've been fortuitous. Javier's made 3 plays at second, and Flood a magnificent catch in center. The pitch to Baez. It's a breaking pitch. Swing and a miss. Briles gets him via the K. That was the best sequence of pitches for Briles there. 2 outs, base is empty. Dominic Smith, left fielder for the Metropolitans. McCarver wiggles the fingers. Briles nods his head in acknowledgement. He deals to Dominic Smith. Ground ball right side. Javier Over to Cepeda. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless. Due up for the 1968 National League champions St. Louis Cardinals, Tim McCarver, Mike Shannon, and Julian Javier. Stroman back up on the bump. Here's McCarver. The pitch to Timmy McCarver, left-hand batting catcher. Line drive up the middle, dropping in front of Brandon Nimmo in center. So McCarver is on. Second hit for the Cardinals in this game. Mike Shannon steps to the plate. Mets hope to turn two. The pitch to Shannon. Shannon squares. He puts the bunt down. It's a good one. Stroman only play to first for the out. McCarver moves to second. He's in scoring position with one out. Julian Javier steps to the plate. Javier batted .260 with 4 home runs, in 1968. And he's a clutch hitter at .301. The pitch to Julian Javier trying to give the Cardinals the lead, and there it is. There's that clutch hitting. That is a shot to center field. Scoring for the Cardinals is Tim McCarver. Julian Javier knocks in the first run of Game 2. 1-0 Cardinals on the clutch hitting of Julian Javier. Dahl Maxville steps to the plate. Javier takes a slight lead. Alonso holding him on. Stroman looks to first. Now in at McCann. The pitch to Dahl Maxville. It's a hit and run. That ball goes through the middle. Javier goes first to third. Cardinals playing go-go baseball here. Holy cow. They dropped Game 1. They don't want to drop Game 2 before going back to New York. First and third, one out for Nelson Briles. The pitch to Briles. He's going to probably sack bunt here. He puts the bunt down. They're throwing to second. And they don't get him. They should have took the sure out at first. Oh, boy. Pete Alonso. Actually, they did go to first, but Briles beats it out. And again, I did a different setup, and some of the charts, for some reason, are not popping up, so I have to wait to read the text. I think I'm going to go back to my normal setup. I kind of like it better. So Briles beats it out. Alonso's hesitation cost the Mets an out. He tried to get the lead runner and then flipped towards first and Stroman, but it was too late. Bases juiced for the Cardinals, looking to break it open early here. Javier at third, Maxville at second, Briles at first. Being Boring has joined us here, along with Keith White, John Wise, and Sports Time Machine. Hope all is well. Brock 1 for 1. The pitch to Lou Brock. Chopper to second. They're not going to turn two. They only get the middle runner. Javier scores from third. It is 2-0. As Maxville now at third, Brock at first. Brock will probably be off and running. The pitch to Curt Flood, who's 0 for 1. There goes Brock. The ball goes into the outfield. Brock pops up, goes to third. The Cardinals score another run on the McCann throwing error. 3-0 St. Louis. They are really taking it to the 2021 Mets. Flood steps back in the box. It's the go-go Cardinals. The pitch to Curt Flood with 2 outs. Brock at third. Brock singles to left past the dive of Lindor. 4-0 Mets. Boy, you can't pitch Jacob deGrom every game, but we'd like to. Stroman pooping the bed. Flood at first for Roger Maris, 0 for 1. Mets trying to get the final out here. That's a breaking pitch. Swing and a miss. And mercifully, a horrific inning is over for the Mets. Cardinals get 4 in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third. 4-0, 68 St. Louis Cardinals. Yeah, I'm going back to my other setup. I didn't realize that if you don't do super advanced, those charts do not pop up. Game's still fun. I just like my other setup better. I'll tweak it again when it comes to the rules. Thank you, Mr. Utah Mike. Bottom third of the Mets order, McCann, McNeil, and Strawman. We might pitch in for Strawman. He stinks. But we did get our split in St. Louis, so maybe we let him go a little more. Bryles to McCann, right-hand batting catcher. McCann's going to hit this ball deep. Left field, Lou Brock racing back towards the wall. He leaps up and he makes the catch, banging into the wall. Brock robbing a home run and definitely at least extra bases, 1 out. Here's Jeff McNeil. The pitch from Bryles to McNeil. Bryles working quickly. McNeil singles to right, past the lunge of Cepeda. So 1 out, 1 on. Stroman steps to the plate. Stroman will drop the bunt down. He gets the bunt down. Only plays to first. Cepeda fielded. Through to Javier on the wheel play. McNeil advances to second, but there are now 2 outs. Top of the order. Michael Conforto lined out to Javier. Can he get the Mets on the board? Bryles looks over his shoulder. Now in at McCarver. He's ready to work. The windup and the pitch to Brandon Nimmo. Nimmo looking for something big here. That ball's hit towards short. Maxwell goes into a dive. Pops up, throws to first, and they get Brandon Nimmo. What a play by Dahl Maxwell. The Mets strand a runner in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the third. 4-0 Cardinals. For the Cards, it's Cepeda, McCarver, and Shannon. Stroman back on the mound. Gave up 4 runs in the bottom of the second. Cepeda 0 for 1. The pitch to the Baby Bull. Swing and a miss. He chased the fastball down and away. 1 out. Stroman has to put up goose eggs now to keep the Mets close. McCarver's 1 for 1 with a run scored. His one hit, a single. Stroman nods his head. McCann sets the target. Pitch homeward bound to Tim McCarver. McCarver hits the ball right side. Alonso backhands it. Oh, no! It goes off his glove into right field. That is a seeing eye hit. McCarver at first. Alonso looks at his glove in amazement. 1 out, 1 on. Mike Shannon at the plate. Javier on deck. Mets hope to turn 2 here. Stroman pays no heed to McCarver at first. The pitch to Shannon. Fastball. Swing and a miss. Good movement on that fastball. Stroman has now struck out 3. 2 outs. McCarver will be off on contact from first base. Julian Javier singled in a run. He's 1 for 1. McCann wiggles the fingers, sets the target. The pitch to Julian Javier, trying to keep the inning alive. Fly ball center field. Nimmo to his right. He'll squeeze it. The side is retired. We go to the top of the 4. The Cardinals have a healthy 4-0 lead. Due up for the Mets, Lindor, Alonso, and Conforto. Francisco Lindor 0 for 1. Bryles was hit hard, the first 4 Met batters. 3 out of those balls struck off Mets bats. 3 lineouts and a deep fly ball out that Kurt Flood made an excellent catch on. Since then, Bryles has been pretty good with mixing up his pitches. Here's the pitch to Lindor from Nelson Bryles. Lindor goes the other way to left. Brock racing in. He goes into the slide, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Pete Alonso flew out. He's 0 for 1. The pitch to Pete. Bryles goes breaking pitch. Alonso chops it into the dirt at short. Maxwell up with it. Throws to Cepeda. 2 down. Bryles in a zone. Cardinals fans loving it. Michael Conforto steps to the left-hander's batter's box. Conforto 0 for 1, lined out to Javier. Bryles, McCarver not on the same page. Now they are. Bryles rocks and deals to Conforto. Conforto slaps it to short. Maxville backhands it. Throws the first. Scooped out of the dirt by Cepeda. 1, 2, 3, go the Mets. Bottom of 4. 4-0 Cardinals. Mets lead the best of 7 series 1-0. Cardinals looking to tie it at 1 before going back to New York. For the Cards, it will be Maxville, Bryles, then the top of the order, the speedy, dangerous Lou Brock. Maxville 1 for 1. He has scored a run. His one hit is single. The pitch to Dal Maxville. That's a breaking pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 down. Stroman is now struck out 4, excuse me. Here's the pitcher, Nelson Bryles. He had a sac bunt turn into a bunt base hit. Stroman deals quickly to his counterpart, Nelson Bryles. Bryles makes contact. That ball is floated out to right. Conforto racing towards the line. He makes the catch. 2 away. Top of the order, Lou Brock, 1 for 2. He has singled, stolen a base, and has a ribby. The pitch from Stroman to Brock. Lou Brock sends it up the middle for his second hit. Inning stays alive. Brock at first. He'll probably be off to the races. There goes Brock, the throw down. Brock slides around the tag. Unbelievable. Lou Brock, the go-go Cardinals, taking it to the 2021 Mets. 2 outs. Curt Flood, a clutch hitter here. 277 in the clutch. The pitch to Flood, 1 for 2. He's already knocked in a run. Flood, breaking pitch, chops it to second. Baez has it over to Alonso. Brock stranded at second. Joining us at the stadium, Steeler fan 1933, our good friend Matt, and Sox, Arizona. Baseball is back, so you better check out Sox, Arizona if you're a Red Sox fan or a baseball fan in general. Live chats, live calls of all Red Sox games and their competitors, and he does a marvelous job. Also check out his Celtics calls. And on his other station, listening to music and telling you his thoughts. Thank you for everyone joining us. Steeler fan 1933, Sox, Arizona, Sports Time Machine, Being Boring, Keith White, John Wise. Mets down by 4, top of 5. Mets took game 1, 6-1 in extra innings. It's Baez, Smith, and McCann against Nelson Bryles, who's been very good. The pitch to Javier Baez, 0 for 1. He was a strikeout victim back in the second. He'll make contact here, floats it out towards center. Flood coming in. Curt Flood makes the catch. 1 out for the Mets in the top of the 5th. Dominic Smith steps to the plate. Bryles deals quickly to Smith, who's 0 for 1. Smith swings the stick, fights off a tough pitch, and sends it up the middle for a hit. Just the second hit for the New York Metropolitans. James McCann, the catcher, steps to the plate. 0 for 1. Can McCann can? We shall see. Maxville Javier playing for 2 up the middle. Here's the pitch to James McCann. Bryles pours it in. Fastball. Hard hit ball to short. Maxville, Javier Cepeda, double play. Inning over. That is a twin killing, folks. The Mets just are not getting it done at the plate. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 4-0 Cardinals. Due up for the 68 Cardinals. Roger Maris, Orlando Cepeda, Timmy McCarver. Maris 0 for 2. Stroman still on the bump. Had a bad second inning, but that's all the Cardinals need right now. Those 4 runs have held up. Here's the pitch to Maris. Maris strikes it well right at Baez, the second baseman, 1 down. Maris shaking his head as he's now 0 for 3. The baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. McCann goes through the signs. Marcus Stroman nods his head. He rocks and deals to the baby bull, Cepeda. Cepeda scorches it at Baez. Rinse and repeat, as the great late beloved Yogi Berra would say. Deja vu all over again. 2 lineouts to Baez. He didn't have to move for either one of them. Excellent job by the bench coach with the positioning of the fielders for the Mets. 2 outs, bases empty. Tim McCarver's 2 for 2, 2 singles and a run scored. Digs in the left-hander's batter's box. Looks to keep the inning alive for Mike Shannon. Stroman's ready. Arms over his head. Brings him down to his chest. The pitch to Timmy McCarver. McCarver chops it. Left side, Lindor to Alonso. 6-3. Side retired. We go to the top of the 6th. 4-0 Cardinals. For the Mets, it will be McNeil. Then the pitcher Stroman. And the top of the order, Brandon Nimmo. Will we pinch hit for the pitcher? That's the question. McNeil's 1 for 1. He has one of the 2 hits for the Mets. Bryles in a zone. The leg kick and the delivery to McNeil. Fly ball center field. That's carrying a bit, but Flood has a beat on it. Reaches up, makes the grab. 1 down. Do we pinch hit for Stroman? We've already got our split here. I believe there's an off day the way I set it up. Do we pinch hit for Stroman? No, we're going to let Stroman hit. Bryles deals to his counterpart Stroman. Stroman, 1 hopper to second. Baez has it. Flips to Cepeda, 2 down. Top of the order, Brandon Nimmo's 0 for 2. Bryles hopes to make him 0 for 3. Nimmo, left-handed stick. Bryles, a right-handed hurler. Takes a deep breath. McCarver sets the target. Pitch inbound to Brandon Nimmo. Can he keep the inning alive? Nimmo lifts it towards center. That's carrying. Flood racing back, reaching up, and that's out number 3. Brandon Nimmo cannot get the job done. Nelson Bryles through 6, a 2-hit shutout. Bottom of the 6th, Marcus Stroman back up on the bump. Again, the horrific second inning has held up. Cardinals got 4 runs, thus the 4-0 lead. Stroman will face Shannon, Javier, and Maxwell. Shannon 0 for 1 with a sac bunt and a strikeout. The windup and the pitch to Shannon. Shannon pulls it down to third. McNeil will throw across the diamond to Alonso for the first out of the bottom of the 6th. Julian Javier steps to plate, 1 for 2 with a ribby. Singled in a run back in the 2nd. The pitch to Javier. Javier swings, lifted to center field. Nimmo awaits it. And there's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. For the Cardinals shortstop, Dahl Maxfield. Maxfield scored a run. He's 1 for 2. He struck out and singled. Stroman asks for a new baseball. McCann gets it from the man in blue behind the plate. Tosses it out to the Metropolitan pitcher. Stroman back up on the perch. He rocks and deals to Dahl Maxfield. Looking for the 1-2-3 inning. Chopper to first. Alonso gloves it. Takes it to the bag. No, he'll flip to Stroman at the last second. Had a little trouble with his feet. Decided to flip it to Stroman. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. Top of the 7th. 4-0 St. Louis. Mets lead the series. Best of 7. 1-0 with a 6-1 victory in Game 1 in extra innings. Jason Cull's at the ballpark. Hope all is well. For the Mets, need to get their sticks moving. It's Lindor, Alonso, and Conforto. Francisco Lindor 0 for 2. Switch hitter batting lefty. Bryles to Lindor. Lindor will pick up the Mets' 3rd hit as he sends it up the middle past the dive of Julian Javier into center field. Pete Alonso hopes to go yard, cut the Cardinals' lead in half. Alonso's 0 for 2. A flyout and a groundout. Cardinals looking to turn 2 in the infield. Bryles peeks to first, now looks in at McCarver behind the plate. Slide step to Pete Alonso. Alonso strikes this ball well, deep center field. Again, Curt Flood on the move near the track, and he makes the catch. Retreating to first is Lindor. 1 out, 1 on for Michael Conforto, who's 0 for 2. The pitch to Conforto. Can he do a bippity-boppity-boom? Conforto drives his ball deep to right. Roger Maris racing back at the wall. He leaps. He's got it. Roger Maris robs Conforto of a 2-run homer. Quickly racing back to first is Lindor. Holy cow. Nelson Briles tips his cap to his right fielder, Roger Maris. Maybe the power not in that bat anymore of Maris, but my God, he's still an excellent fielder. 2 outs. Mets just shaking their heads in their dugout. Javier Baez steps to the plate. Baez has struck out and flown out. Briles, they've hit Briles hard, but nothing to show for it. He now has a 3-hit shutout. The pitch to Baez, trying to keep the inning alive. Baez sends his ball deep center field towards the gap. Flood dives and lays out. Unbelievable. The Cardinals flashing the leather in the top of the 7th, denying the Mets any type of runs. Nelson Briles once again tips his cap to a Cardinal fielder, this time Curt Flood. The fans here at Busch Stadium are enjoying the Web Gems. Trivia today: name 2 out of the 5 batting champions that were switch hitters since 1950. Well, Rod Carew, right? Rod Carew. Pete Rose. I'll say Pete Rose is another one. Let's see if we can name Rod Carew, Pete Rose. Mickey Mantle, maybe you won a batting title? Possibly. That's 3. All right, those are my 3. We only had to name 2. Let's see. Pete Rose, Mickey Mantle. Oh, Rod Carew was not a switch hitter. You're right. Well, I got 2. I got Pete Rose, Mickey Mantle. Why do I always think Rod Carew is a switch hitter, as he only batted lefty? You are correct, Mr. Sports Time Machine. Willie McGee, yes, midlife crisis, got that. Frank Del Planto, how you doing? Mickey Mantle, you're right. Jason Cull. So I got 2 out of the 5. We'll give you them. Pete Rose, I always think Rod Carew's a switch hitter. I don't know why I do that. Pete Rose, Mickey Mantle, Willie Wilson, Willie McGee, and Bernie Williams. I should have got Bernie Williams. I'll tell you the only one I didn't get the others, but Willie Wilson would have been hard for me. Willie McGee, he won the batting title in the National League. He got traded to the Red Sox, but he had enough at-bats in the National League that he won the batting title. I'm almost positive of that. Again, we'd like to thank Jason Cull, Midlife Crisis, Sports Time Machine, Frank Del Plato, Steeler Fan 1933, Sox, Arizona, Being Boring, Keith White, John Wise. Thank you for joining us for some Sunday baseball. The bottom of the 7th, Cardinals up 4-0, Game 2. They look to tie the series before we go back to New York. Briles at the plate, 1 for 2, had a bunt single on a sack. The pitch to Nelson Briles from Marcus Stroman. That's a pop-up. McCann will make the catch, 1 down. We're not playing with injuries. Here's Lou Brock, 2 for 3 with a ribby. And I believe stolen bases. Are we going to get the stolen bases here, or does that come at the end of the game? They're not going to... Stolen bases. Brock has 3 stolen bases. I am correct. Got to keep him off the base paths. 1 out. The pitch to Brock. Brock sends it to right field. Conforto has it. Had a little trouble with it. Went back. Then came in, made the catch. 2 outs, base is empty for Curt Flood. Flood 1 for 3 with a ribby. Flood steps out of the box, now steps back in. Stroman rocks and deals to Curt Flood. This ball's hit to McNeil. He reaches for it. Will he make the play? Throws to first. No! I believe that is an infield hit. We're going to call it the way we called it. I hate that I have to look at this thing here. Again, I didn't realize if you don't play super advanced, you don't get that chart. I like the chart that pops up. It's a hit for Flood. The pitch to Roger Maris. He works a walk. I think that's the first walk of the game for either pitcher. 2 outs, 2 on. That is the first walk of the game. So both pitchers showing excellent control. Flood at second, Maris at first. The fans want another hit here. Cardinals haven't scored since the bottom of the second. The 4-run uprising. Cepeda 0 for 3. The pitch to the baby bull. Fastball. Swing and a miss. Cepeda chased up and out. Side retired. Top of the 8th. Stroman, you take away that second inning. It's 0-0, but you can't. We can't call a mulligan in the second inning. Mets down 4. Top of 8. Smith, McCann, McNeil will be due up to face Nelson Briles. Midlife Crisis says McGee won it twice, 1985 and 1990, when he was traded to the A's for Felix Jose. That's what it was. I knew he got traded by somebody. He did play for the Red Sox. Look up the year that he went to the Red Sox. It was absolutely horrible. He only played the half year with the Red Sox. Couldn't field. It was incredible. I thought he won the batting title that year also. But I'm look up Willie McGee with the Red Sox. I forgot what year it is. Red Sox won the division and got whomped in the playoffs. Here comes Dominic Smith, 1 for 2, a single and a ground out. Briles deals to Smith. Cardinals with a 4-0 lead, and Smith gets his second hit into left. Goes the other way past the dive of Maxville. Jeff McCann comes up, 0 for 2. Do we look for that Thomas Nido magic? John D.F. has joined us at the ballpark. John DFW, excuse me. Hope all is well. McCann had 10 home runs. Let's look at... You know what? We're going to go for some magic here. Thomas Nido had the grand slam in extra innings. Steps to the plate. And for some reason, it does not keep the stats here. I wish it would keep the stats of the series here. It doesn't, which stinks. Here's Thomas Nido. He'll face Briles. The pitch to Nido. Come on, Nido. Hard hit ball to third. Shannon to Javier to Cepeda. That's not what we wanted, but it's what the Cardinals ordered. 5, 4, 3, 2 outs. Base is empty. Jeff Neal, 1 for 2. Briles has only given up 4 hits. Neal has one of them. Pitch inbound to McNeil. Another play for Shannon. Comes in on the chopper. Throws a strike to Cepeda. The Mets are done in the top of the 8th. Thomas Nido will catch. And Stroman will continue to pitch. He's not tired yet. Stroman to face McCarver, Shannon, and Javier. The pitch to Timmy McCarver, who's 2 for 3. McCarver chops it to second. Baez charges. Throws to first, 1 down. Mike Shannon 0 for 2. Stroman readies himself. The leg kick and the delivery to Shannon. Shannon lifts the ball to center field. Nemo awaits it. 2 down. Base is empty. Bottom of the 8th. Cardinals up 4-0. Julian Javier's at the plate. I'm correct. 1 for 3 with a ribby. The pitch to Javier. Breaking pitch. Swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3. Go the Cards. Marcus Stroman is now tired, but he has given a great effort. 8 innings. Had a horrific second. gave up 4 runs, some shoddy fielding by the Mets, the poor choice of not getting the sure out at first by Pete Alonso. He hesitated, and by the time he went to first, the pitcher, Nelson Briles, beat it out, and there was also a throwing error on a Lou Brock steal attempt. Stroman will not hit. We're going to go with Davis, 285. Just check his card out here for a second. Might have to start him. McNeil hasn't done anything at third, except he's a horrific defensive player when it comes to range. Alright, let's go to... Well, obviously he's going to be better than Stroman. We have Drury, 274. We're going to go with Davis. Briles is a right-handed thrower. So here comes Davis, J.D. Davis. In 2021, 285. 5 homers, 23 ribbies. Mets need base runners. They're down 4-0. Okay, thank you, Midlife Crisis. I just remembered that he... So it was when he was traded to the A's, and he won the batting title. I got mixed up. I remember he went to the Red Sox. It was a free agent signing in 95. Red Sox won the division. Kennedy was their manager. They had Canseco on that team also, I believe. The Red Sox did. Here's the pitch to J.D. Davis, needing to get on, and that's not going to get it done. That is a swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, down and away. 1 out. Cardinals 2 outs away from tying the series. Brandon Nimmo steps to the plate, 0 for 3. Briles to Nimmo. Nimmo works a walk. 1 out, 1 on for Francisco Lindor. There's some milling in the Cardinals bullpen. Lindor has one of the 4 hits off Briles. A single back in the 7th. Prior to that, a fly out and a line out. Double play ends the game for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch to Francisco Lindor. Lindor looking to do something here. And he will. Line shot past the dive of Javier into center field. Nimmo puts the brakes on at second. Mets have their 5th hit, and Pete Alonso at the plate can bring the Mets to within 1. He's 0 for 3. Do the Cardinals stick with Briles? Yes, they do. The pitch to Pete Alonso. Alonso rips it to short. Maxwell gloves it. Flips to Javier. Pivots and throws it. Cepeda. Ball game over. 6-4-3. Nelson Briles goes the distance and shuts out the 2021 Metropolitans 4-0 on 5 hits. The Cardinals tie the series at 1. Game 3 will be back in New York. Let's go to the box score. Player of the game, in my opinion, Nelson Briles. 9 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Again, at time the Mets hit him hard at times, but didn't have nothing to show for it. Cardinals defense played quite stout. Stroman went the distance of 8 innings, as there was no bottom of the 9th. Cardinals were ahead. 9 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 1 walk, 6 Ks. It was the horrific second inning that did in Stroman and the Mets. Series tied at 1. For the Mets, Nimmo 0 for 3. Francisco Lindor 2 for 4. Pete Alonso 0 for 4. Conforto 0 for 3. Baez 0 for 3. Dominic Smith 2 for 3. McCann 0 for 2. Thomas Nido, the pinch hitter, came in to catch after pinch hitting for McCann. 0 for 1. He had a grand slam in extra innings when he came in to catch for McCann in Game 1, breaking the game open and allowing the Mets to win Game 1. McNeil 1 for 3. Stroman 0 for 1. Davis 0 for 1. 28 at-bats for the Mets, no runs, and only 5 hits. For the Cardinals, 32 at-bats, 4 runs, 9 hits, and 3 ribbies, as one of them was unearned. Throwing error on a Brock steal allowed the runner to score from third. Brock was 2 for 4. A run scored, 3 stolen bases with a ribby. Absolutely created havoc on the base pads for the Mets. Kurt Flood 2 for 4 with a ribby. Maris 0 for 3. Cepeda 0 for 4. Tim McCarver 2 for 4 with a run scored. Shannon 0 for 3. Javier 1 for 4 with a run scored and a ribby. Maxville 1 for 3 with a run scored. Bryles 1 for 3. A bunt base hit as he beat out the sac bunt. Offensively, Brock was very good, and he had 3 stolen bases. But player of the game, Nelson Bryles. You know what? I like to give co-MVPs a lot. So it's Bryles and Brock, the B&B connection for the 68 Cardinals. There you have it. The Cardinals have tied the series at 1. Let's end the game here. Now let's go to open existing tournament. Let's look at some stats, hopefully. No, that's the wrong one. This is 68 cards. There we go. And team stats. Okay. Make that bigger. It's a bit clunky to me, the way they do things. That's just my opinion. Fun game. I like Strat-o-matic. Okay, we want team stats. Let's go. I think it's called primary. There we go. And then we can just go to the Mets, I think, right? Yes. Let's check out the Mets. So, Thomas Nido, batting .500. He had the grand slam in extra innings in game 1. He's 1 for 2. Lindor, .429, a homer and a ribby. Smith, .375. McNeil, .286. McCann, .200. Alonso, .167, though he has a ribby. I think it was a double. Yep, he is a double there. Baez, .125. Stroman did not pitch bad. deGrom had the no decision in game 1. Then we used Loap and Diaz to get that win. Okay, that's pretty cool. Quickly look at the Cardinals. Edwards pinch hit for... They would have never done this in real life. Edwards pinch hit for Bob Gibson in a 1-0 game. He got a pinch hit single, and he did score the tying run, the only run the Cards got in that game. Again, game 1 they would lose 6-1 in extra innings. Flood batting .429. Brock .375. Then McCarver .250. Max, you're not getting anything from Maxville, Shannon, Javier, Cepeda, or Maris. Nelson, I think he took the loss in extra innings. He has a 27 ERA in game 1. Let's go to... Is it team stats? Is that where we see... I want to see the games. Team stats, fielding, secondary. Miscellaneous. Maybe it's that? Oh, let's go secondary. No, not that. I want to see like game 1, game 2. I've done it before. Miscellaneous. Nope, not that. I don't want fielding. Okay, let's go. Done with that. Let's see here. Team stat. Recap. Maybe it's recap. Let's go recap. Recap. There it is. Recap. All right. There's the recap so far of the series. Thomas Nido with that grand slam leads with runs batted and with 4, but I want to see like the games. Recap. Oh, the box scores. That's cool. Okay, so there's game 1. I did not know this. And deGrom was really good. 8 innings, struck out 13, no decision. Again, 6-1 victory. Again, they have a wonderful stat package, Strat-o-matic. I'm not used to it because when I play, I really don't go into this stuff. But I wanted to see this. I wanted to show you. deGrom was magnificent. God, I love Jacob deGrom. Aaron Loap, that's what I pronounced his last name probably incorrectly. He had the win. Diaz came in to close things out. And they beat them. Where is the attendance? Oh, here it is. Yeah, they beat them in... They got 5 runs in the 10th. I believe that's the 10th. Yep, the 10th. Top of the 10th, they went 6-1. All right, so now I know how to do that. Let's go. I guess we close out of this. Let's go back here. Recap. I take it we just hit the X. Yes, we do. All right, so recap does that. Very good, very good, very good. Series tied at 1. When next we play, we will be in New York. Cardinals win game 2, 4-0. Second inning killed the Mets. Cardinals got 4 in that inning. I'd like to thank Steeler Fan 1933, our good friend Matt. Midlife Crisis. Thank you. Being Boring, thank you. John DFW, thank you. Jason Cole. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sports Time Machine. Frank Del Plato. Sox Arizona. Keith White, and John Y. So there's our little Sunday early afternoon baseball. Midlife Crisis is, John Heyman actually said on MLB Network that the Mets may very well have the best 1-2 punch in the history of baseball, deGrom and Scherzer. I almost choked on my pancakes. I love Jacob deGrom. I want to see him pitch. I've told everyone this when we do the chats with Al. I watched probably just as much Jake, actually more Jake when he did pitch, when you put it percentage-wise, Jacob deGrom pitching for the Mets, than I did the Red Sox. And as soon as he comes out of the game, because I know they're going to blow the game on the poor guy, I shut the game off because I get aggravated. Let Jacob deGrom pitch, for God's sakes. Nonsense pitching 4 2/3 innings, 5 innings. I mean, if the guy's tired or hurt, I get that, but it doesn't work, people. All these pitchers still get hurt. Now, he got hurt, I believe, running the bases last year, if I remember correctly. They don't have to worry about that. We have the DH in both leagues. I know people are up in arms, but there's the DH in both leagues now. And now pitchers should be able to pitch more. Of course, we had it in the American League, and they still don't pitch more. But at least, hopefully, Jacob deGrom will pitch more. Thank you very much. Stay safe, be smart, treat people the way you want to be treated. If you enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe or you have subscribed, make sure you hit the bell for notification. Until next time, stay safe. Love you all. Greatly appreciate your time. Peace. See you back here for Game 3 in New York. Mets 2021, Cardinals 1968. Bye-bye.